for the Philippines as we jump back into the game. Let's see how things unfold. Also, take note, look at the poke
Look
here.
at that.
Chorizo on this Khalid, making it a little bit hard, right early on for Canon here in that lane matchup.
He's not leaving his lane. By just having the skill to use it used over and over again, he could continually just poke the hell out of Cannon by just sustaining his own path and clearing wave. This sets them up for a good first take on even the turtle now. Moreno, on the other hand, received some pokes there, almost on half HP. On just in the middle. Chorizo, though, on the other hand, takes a hell out of an HP out of sight. So forced out of flicker as well.
You gotta hold on here. There's a hook. Was gonna land, but they can't capitalize on this pickoff just yet. We're 30 seconds, less than 30 seconds away from that first turtle of the game here. So this is what I was talking about, right? The pressure between these two teams, looking for some type of pickoff if they can find it. But right now, nothing's gonna happen. A little bit of a play quite low here. Chorizo should be able to do just fine. Charge back up as he does. Couple seconds away from that turtle, right? This is where things kind of come into play.
Yeah.
They still need to hit that level 4, though. A lot of them don't have it just yet.
Yeah, a bit of a lead, though, for Philippines. Sets things up. All 4 levels present for Arcangel and Saison. You can get a good vision with the Astro Recall, Natural Echo. Might as well introduce based onto the passive of a Baksha. Now, having concussive blast, if this guy gets tankier by the minute or two, having extra damage and armor, you have AoE-based damage, HP. But look at that, Saison on to 3.
Saison, a little bit in a pickle here, gonna get chased back to the base. Super Ken will get the first blood. Big pickoff here. If they get the jungler, a nice hook though, they have a response, the 1-2 punch from Canon. And it's a 1-for-1, and now the turtle up for the taking. They've got to wait though. They've got to reset. They need to get these buffs as well.
Yeah, 3 minutes. Nobody's taken a turtle yet, and just by the first kill on Saison there, this was what the thing we were talking about. How do you escape the beats of a Joy, and how do you even go and slow it down? But Cannon being chased down by 2. Look at that knock-up onto 2 as well.
Had that champion stance. There you go. Turtle secured. They back off. Better that they do that, unless they go for a hook here. I'm not sure if they want to. Better safe than sorry. Yeah, Iron Hook's not going to land, but Turtle, first one of the game, secured here for the Philippines. And you can see that. You have to be able to respect some of this poke damage, the poke potential, just from having this Navario across from you if you're Indonesia.
Yeah, look at that exchange. Regenerating down in his own turret there. Chorizo, hook landed on. And this time around, they have the ultimate of Unigo. They have the Bloody Hunt. Moreno has the Bloody Hunt, has the extra catch, has the extra bite. That could be served for either Super Ken. But just looking at the items here, we have the Magic Penetration Boots present for Super Ken. Adds a little bit of flavor now with the Lethal Ignition. On the other side of the map here, we have Arcangel has the Elegant Gem. So building up that mana as well as the boots. But one thing to see here for the damage is the Beatrix. Oh, just pick up the Clock of Destiny. They have the skilling attributes present for minute 5 or even 10. So by this time around, they can actually have a better scaling with this Navario. And right now, just probably getting eye on the vision.
Look at that, right? Just keeping Sakin back, at least from this lane a little bit low. Nice hook and land once again. The target is there. Vin will fall. Now looking for a follow-up. A huge Astral Recall coming up. Looking for the follow-up. Will sidestep that. Able to live to see another day here. But it's moments like that. Once again, it's starting to compound here for the Philippines. Now about a comfortable, almost 2K gold ahead. There has to be a response. Look at the top lane. Sakin's going to be in trouble here. Can't escape it. Will fall. Actually, okay. The response from Wektiano goes in with his own flicker, able to get the kill. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, it's everywhere, OSX. Everything is everywhere between these two teams. The 1-2 punch from Canon. Can't get the kill, though. He's hungry for it.
But now Canon is up ahead by 2 XP levels up against this Khalid, Chorizo. By looking back on how the Beatrix went aggressive by using that flicker, it's a one way of securing and amplifying your time to get that damage items in. Now another view here, Vin is now hooked by Unigo. Saison secures the turtle for themselves. Bloody Hunt though.
There's the lockdown. Vin gonna be in trouble. Will fall once again. Still looking for more. Philippines, time and time again. Turtle kill. They back off. They're happy with it. And that's what I'm saying. It's these small wins, these small victories that build up into those massive snowballs of momentum.
Yeah, speaking of momentum here, on to the lead, we're looking at 4K for the deficit of the Philippines right now, and just by looking at their jungler here, we're looking at Saison, but look at that, pokes onto 2.
Wow.
Cannon still survives.
This is why they love that Paquito so much, right? He's able to do that confidently with the way the mechanics work here on this Paquito. Finally, the turret will go down. Indonesia looking for some space to work with. They take that tier 1 down and they look for more here across the map. They have to be careful, have to be crucial on how they approach some of these lanes. They can't get caught out.
Yeah, we have the Radiant Armor present for Saison here. More soak and has more a bit of a sponge for the magic damage of Moreno here. He hasn't got any ultimate yet from the side of the Philippines. Probably eyeing for the Bloody Hunt again, and as well as the Astral Recall. Either you pick 2, either you get the Vision or you get the extra bite. Because if we're looking at a setup here, it could actually lie only for Vin. Flicker for the Numenon Blast could actually be the key here for getting a great setup or even a poke or even a great team fight. But if that misses or that doesn't even work, it either falls down. So in other way, Indonesia right now has a bit of a fail-safe button just in case it doesn't go a good way for Vin.
Great choice there, Indonesia. Just going to get that tier 1, but they're going to get clapped down here on the top side. Still on the hunt, Cannon, Fist, full force. Going to get stunned with the Numenon Blast. Huge setup there. He will fall. How's the response from Indonesia, though? They only get 1. They back off. They take the smart choice. They don't want to get hooked. They still have to get back here to the safety of their turrets. Meanwhile, Philippines losing 1. That's the life that Indonesia needs here. Turtle now up, 3rd one of the game. They're in a great position to contest it. Hook and land on Vin again. He's doing a great job at being this front man for Indonesia. That's what he's got to do. The rest of the team going to go ahead and clear that wave up. Turtle still fought for here between both.
Okay, just by looking at the goal laners right now, look at the flicker, misses the chance for Cerezo just on the sandwalk. HP don't go, who's gonna get it? Cristiano.
They win for it, still gonna be going. They don't have that flicker available. Bennet's Rage is gonna come down. Cerezo will fall, still down a member. Vin finding a huge Numenon Blast, 4 members following up on it. Another fall, it's 3 down for the Philippines. Vin took hook after hook and he waited for that moment and he got it, swinging the favor for Indonesia.
That's what I'm talking about there. A few seconds earlier, how do you make the Numenon Blast and Flicker work? That was the damage they were feeling as I saw takes the kill onto Cerezo, but Vin onto the bush, catching 3, disabling the Iron Hook. A great way to show damage right onto the Philippines, and they took down 3 out of that 8-minute mark.
That was absolutely massive. That was 4 that he actually got, just on the edge there, able to get another. And when you pick Lolita, that's what you hope for. You hope for moments like that. Even if, again, early game, he took a lot of hooks, but that counts. And now, once again, they've narrowed down that gold lead. They're back in this game. That's exactly what Indonesia needed. And it's on the whims, the shoulders of Vin here. Look at the fighting potential they have. Bloody Hunt's gonna come through. Vin will now fall. After that, it looks like Indonesia just wants to call it back here. They're quite low. Socket as well has to heal back up. They might just lose this tier 1 in the mid.
Yeah, just by this, they will be eyeing on taking down defenses now of Indonesia, looking for this Super Ken is going right in the front.
Super Ken running off a little more than he can chew. He will fall quickly. Moreno, 1 hit away, goes down as well. And just when it was looking so good, Indonesia, they make these mistakes and they fall down 20 seconds before that Lord comes up here.
Well, we saw that Brody, we saw Saken release that Malefic Roar, and he had to have his Malefic Roar. He released the torn apart memory by just escaping the skirmish, but that didn't proc the Blade of Heptases. It was missing damage right onto the button that he pressed once he wanted to take down a member out of the Philippines. So if you want to have that extra bit of damage, he's probably building up 1 more additional physical penetration damage to cope up with the distance and even an escape path just in case he gets be the one to fall down.
So that's the hard part, right? Joy Jungle. And if you go into the fray and you're, again, Franco is across from you, get locked down, you're kind of just taken care of so fast that it's unfortunate, right? Another hook with a flicker combination, the Bloody Hunt too. Vin falls again. Lord gonna be secured by Inigo. Can they turn it around though? Another double here for Recutiano. They're on the chase. Can they get away? A hook again. He's a madman. Triple for this Beatrix. Recutiano is unleashing on Indonesia. Do they clap down? Socket in trouble, and it's another kill for the Philippines.
An amazing counter go when they thought that Vin would want to set up that Numenon blast. It was the opening of Unigo to take with an advantage of the focusing mark. He just literally feel the kill for Riccitiano, and being up front, Super Ken just went in the front line of the Philippines, and he just burst it down quickly.
My God, team's got to take care of this Franco, man. I think this, what is it, the 4th series of the day, and at this point, Franco has changed the course of almost every series he's appeared in. And when it's in the hands of players like this, like Unigo, my God, is it a showcase.
A showcase of the longest iron hook.
Yeah.
It's going, man. Completely going into the playoffs here. Astral Recall, Astral Echo's being used. A lot of ways to utilize this, but there is a Lord push down bottom. There is
they're going to go
stunned.
in. They get the stun out with the storm here. Riccitiano could be in trouble, but look at the covering fire. They're going to force them all back here. Cannon jumps into the fray. Punch after punch. Double kill. They're on a slaughter fest here, and now into the base they go. 2 members left for Indonesia.
Are they
They're
finishing
going for it. They want to end this in a sweep. Another hook. It's a wipeout, and the Philippines did it. They sweep Indonesia, sending them to the lower bracket.
They continue to remain undefeated. Group stages, now in the second hand playoffs, maintaining the strength, experience stalking through success. Philippines right now is advanced to the next stage, onto the playoffs.
Man, what a showcase. We heard it earlier before the series even started. They said it in their language, in Tagalog. They wanted to make bawi. They wanted to make up for the past, and they did it there in a clean fashion, man.
Yeah.
Wow, what a performance. And again, Franco, time after time, changing the courses of a lot of these series, a lot of these games.
This is the complete game changer. The Franco being in the hands of the most veteran players who actually use this hero among every composition, among every draft. Once you land a perfect hook, carry that environment, revealing all of the places where the enemy could be, is a great way of picking them off out of the draft. If you want to stop momentum early game, might as well take it, because right now Indonesia has fallen down in the lower bracket. A challenge they need to pursue here, but it's not the end for them.
Not the end. Yeah, that's an important part here, right? They still have a chance to make their way back up. Possibly, who knows? Maybe they end up facing the Philippines in the grand final, but still, you can't count out the other teams that have made their way here. There's been massive improvements across the board for all of these teams competing. Again, we started with 16